Hello. I was just watching Zeitgeist Addendum, and I may have watched that before, but I was just watching it again. And I am so not into that guy's ideas. I don't kid. You always stuck on me? Okay. And in there, I think he's got the problem wrong. Problem with our society. He says the problem is money and greed. And I don't think greed is the problem. We definitely have greed, but you can have greed without money. We have greed, but I think the real problem is the people who are running the society. They're greedy for sure, and all kinds of other weird things. I don't know what what their deal is. Psychopaths, you know, power hungry. Never mind, you can take money out of the picture. They love power, right? So they want absolute control. They are the problem. So don't just say money is the problem and greed is the problem. What these people are crazy, right? So they take control. Eventually people who want power really bad, they're going to end up filling up all the powerful positions over time. It's just natural. I mean, they want it so badly. And us regular people are like, we just want to live our life and learn and do all that stuff and not go crazy about I'm going to get all the power I can. And, sure, we're greedy here and there. We want to get, you want to get a good price for your car that you're selling, so that you can, not get hosed so badly. What they do at the top, though, is greed isn't the problem, but they use greed. They love greedy people because those are the kind of people that they can control. They can get their hooks in you. If you these greedy people end up being middle management, and they get controlled like crazy. You do what we want. Oh yeah, we'll do it. Sure, whatever. That's what's going on. So what they're doing, these crazy people at the top, they're trying to create a race of more greedy people, the better, as far as they can, as far as they believe, because that's all the more easy to control you. So if everybody's greedy, everybody's well under control, So these people are in control of our educational system, and that's the problem. Or a problem. The problem is that these people are in control, and they are sitting at the top creating a system of education that creates more greedy people so that that makes them more powerful because people aren't slipping through their fingers, If half the people are walking around like Jesus, these people are invulnerable to the evil people's clutches. They don't want that. They don't want anybody advanced in their morals and, can think rationally and not get duped all the time. They don't want that. They want people who are craven and just filled with desire and lust for power. They want those people, more and more and more and more of those people. So that's why we get this crap educational system. That's why the media is filled with shit. Because they don't want advanced, they don't want evolved people, happy. They don't want a happy culture where, it's full of art and, whatever would be nice. I'm not even sure anymore. Just happy people getting along, cooperating, all that kind of stuff. They don't want that because they can't control those people. That's why they took charge of the educational system and turned it into a pile of shit on purpose, and they keep their clutches in it every election cycle is to go, we gotta fix the educational system. We gotta fix. That's just an excuse to get their dirty little fingers in it more and make it worse and worse. They're never trying to improve it. So the money, I don't think, is the problem. And Zeitgeist is saying, well, if we just got rid of the money, and have a resource-based economy, I don't even know what that means. So what they're going to end up with in a resource-based economy is nobody working is what they're talking about. It's the Venus Project, in case you don't know. It's talking about the Venus Project, where robots are doing everything, all the work, and we're just creating, which is great. We're creating, I don't know, I guess writing books or something, or creating stuff, whatever. That's good. We have all kinds of time on our hands because the robots are doing everything, The machines are doing everything. Great. But I don't want to live in a society where machines are driving around here and there and building this and that, and eventually these machines, it's going to be like Terminator, This is going to be some, good luck, a bunch of pansy artists taking on machine world. It's just going to be terrible. And another thing about this so-called society, and you have no money or whatever, this is a centralized society they're talking about. And that would be great if everybody's perfect, but we're not perfect. So you're going to have the same shitheads on the top in the center of the government giving each other all the resources. And we'll be down here creating, mud pies or whatever we can get away with because we don't get jack. So it's not going to work out. The key to a decent society is people. There's no solution outside of a person. This guy, they're talking in Zeitgeist, Addendum, about technology is the savior, and technology is the solution. If we get more robots to do all the work, there's no solution outside of you, outside of people, outside of the person. We need to go back and start a society and an educational system and a media that values people and their well-being and their personal values, their morals. I know it sounds Republican, and I wasn't a Republican, but that's what we need. We need people to grow and be responsible adults and not be a bunch of little children playing video games all the time. If everybody was practicing what Jesus taught, they don't have to be Jesus, they don't have to, be Buddha. Just practice as much as possible. If everyone was just making an effort to do that, you wouldn't need prisons. You wouldn't need courts. You wouldn't need judges. You wouldn't need police. You certainly wouldn't need thugs beating you up. You probably wouldn't need laws, right? So there goes your judges and your police. So you don't need. You probably need legislators to come up with ideas for certain things, but not about laws telling you what you can't do. So that is the way to get rid of that whole prison system. The way they wanted to get rid of it in the addendum was through technology. Oh, your car can't speed because it has a governor on it. See how technology can do away with crime? That's not going to fucking work, dude. You got to go back to the principles. I don't even know how to say it. You have to go back to what Jesus taught. It's very simple. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You don't want someone robbing from you, so don't rob from them. I mean, come on. Just teach that stuff. And they're ruining the family. You can see how there's a trend where our school systems suck. What they have on TV sucks. What's it teaching our kids? Cartoons suck. What's it teaching? You see the trend. Everything is degenerating. It doesn't teach you anything, any values. So you can see that it's about holding people down, holding people back. And I like to talk about this system of laws and stuff. Like I said, I don't believe eventually, if we were to grow, each individual was to grow and learn from the start of their life. They were taught wholesome values and tried to practice them. If everyone did that from the start, we wouldn't even need all these stupid laws. Okay, but they want you to believe that because we have some bad apples, that's why we have these laws. But I don't believe that that's why we have these laws. We have all these laws only for control. And that's why it's a two-stage system. We degenerate people through poor education and lack of morals. And that justifies us having the system of laws that controls everybody and everything they do. Except the very wealthy, elite scumbags. They can do whatever the hell they want because they're in the club and you're not in the club. That's the deal. But this is what they're doing. They're holding us back. They want us to believe that this is where we need to be in this system of laws and prisons and jail sentences and speed limits, and because you never know when you might become a bad apple and do something wrong. They want you to believe that you're bad at heart, and you're not. It's not true. Some people are pretty bad. I think they're sick. And then they go into politics. So I think they're wasting their time in Zeitgeist Addendum. We're gonna have this super technological society with no money. I just don't see how they're gonna get anything done. Who's gonna be the one to say, well, let's build this giant maglev train system all over the world, And who's going to build it? Are the robots going to build it? What are we going to be doing? What about all the energy it's going to take? And that's another thing, energy. It's all going to be solar. It'll take a lot of energy. There's going to be a lot of work to do if they're going to have this this big centralized system where there's trains running everywhere, and that takes a lot of infrastructure. You're going to have to build a shit ton of robots. Who's going to do that? I don't know. I don't see it happening. Even if it does happen, it's going to be the same assholes on the top that there are now. So that still comes down to get the crazies out. Sooner the better. Sooner the better. Get them out of there. There's got to be a law. How about a test? There's got to be a test for these people if you're going to be in politics. You know, they give you these tests for these shit-ass jobs that you go, even temp jobs. They give you the psychological test. You know, would you steal that peanut if you were left alone? Do these asswipes take any test? I mean, for the compensation we get, they put us through the ringer, and, you know, they should be major psych evaluations for these people. None of them would make it unless they're like so highly advanced in their lying, you know, that they can scam a polygraph. Maybe they can, I don't know. Okay, peace out. Good luck.
Whatever, white people.